Your state of mentality is what people don't see. It's what the things such as external appearance and achievements stem from. Your mental resilience to work out and go the extra mile. Your mental intelligence to achieve something more efficient than others. Your mental health and capabilities are what you can consider as a real flex if you have it. It's what translates to the things that you will get done and how you look like overall from the outside. That's why, in today's video, we are discussing something that I do not really see within the self-improvement niche. I would first like to cover the basics before we advance to the next parts. First is sleep. Not much explanation needed, but it's what allows your body to recharge for the next day, both physically and mentally. If you feel the sleep signals coming in, such as gradual buildup of tiredness during the night, then try not to receive blue light or be exposed to other bright lights before you sleep, as this would make our body think that it's daytime and make you feel more awake. Then, at the time you want to sleep, it would take much longer for you to fall asleep since the body then has to adjust to sleep mode. I would also recommend journaling and writing down your thoughts so that it doesn't bother your sleep. But more on that further into the video. Next is diet. Aside from the usual optimal consumption of carbs, protein, and fats, you also need optimal consumption levels of vitamins and minerals to regulate normal mental functions. While there may be a number of vitamins and minerals, it's not like you have to go for a hunt for rare and scarce foods to complete your daily vitamin and mineral consumption. Instead, you can find it in these foods displayed on screen. Now then, on to part 2. Something that is constantly preached about by countless self-improvement edits and creators. But with the uprising numbers of self-improvement creators, and the number of flashy edits that make you feel good in the short time being, myself and just like other genuine creators want to expand on this aspect of the self-improvement community and give you a deeper than baseline understanding of discipline and working outside of your comfort zone. Let's start off with the fact that each individual has a minimal level of discipline, and utilizing that can then increase the amount of discipline within those individuals to do things that require more discipline to do so, which otherwise would be viewed as incredibly difficult or impossible without the buildup of discipline. To have this buildup of discipline, you need to start with something simple first. Let's take 3 common scenarios. Woke up from sleep, in the middle of scrolling on your phone and watching TV. All these 3 scenarios have one solution in common, and that is to just simply get up and go do something beneficial. Did you set a goal to acquire more knowledge? Then read a line from a book. Once that's done, proceed to read a few lines, then a paragraph, and so on. Did you set yourself to become more fit? Then do 1 push-up. Then some simple running on the spot, and proceed to do more. Did you plan to tidy up your room so it doesn't become an eyesore for you? Then move 1 item to a more suitable place and then another one. Do you not see what is the point of gradually building up? Although difficult to trigger the start and maybe even maintain the momentum of work, it is to ensure you start finding yourself finally doing the things that would contribute to your goals and in general, leading a good and healthy life. Furthermore, if you start with something simple, you can then end up accomplishing complex tasks that you would otherwise have viewed it as impossible to do. You would also be able to break a huge task into multiple smaller ones, which you can then work on one by one to finish it. To add on, forget negativity such as thinking you cannot achieve it. I know these things are not easy. They can be made easier, but will always remain as a challenge. Which is why, sadly, a lot of people, myself included, have failed countless times, but have decided to learn more from these mistakes and reduce its frequency and repetition in my life. On the bright side, though, you can put yourself ahead of the majority of people and crush your competition to stand out in life and let the tables turn to your favor. Let that be in the academic process or workplace and other aspects. And before we move to part 3, I want you to follow this sequence of questions in case to hopefully give you a reminder to start getting to work. And that is, what do I want to achieve? What does it take to achieve this? What will I feel good about after procrastinating and not doing anything that gets me closer to achieve this? How will I feel if I did the things that do take me closer to this goal? What does it take to do the things that will take me closer to this goal? If there is a lot of competition and your goals are the same as other people, what does it take to get there first or produce better results? And the general answer for this last one would be to, of course, work harder, longer, and smarter, always going the extra mile. And the rest of the questions are for you to have a personal think about. This is not some habit that emotionally sensitive people or seemingly socially isolated people do, and to put this firm in your head, Let's look at a number of uses for a journal. For starters, journaling can be used for self-reflection, which is when you look back upon something. This could be how the day have went, the week, an action, a series of thoughts, and even your whole life. It provides you with patterns you can spot in the behavioral aspect and give you ideas of how you can change it for the better. Another good use is also mental clarity. Let's face it, several thoughts have been circulating in your head and have been bothering you. Worst cases are that you think about them or other series of thoughts during your vital sleep, in which you end up falling asleep later and possibly waking up the next day tired and not refreshed. Journaling can be a way to express your thoughts so that you can get them out of your mind, so that mental stress will not be a hindrance to the necessary things in front of you. Next is goal setting and progress tracking. You do not want life-changing goals to decay away from your brain without writing them down for reference. You cannot afford such ingenious and invaluable ideas to seep past your good brain and mind. There we go. Yet another reason to have a journal as part of your life-improving arsenal. Let's also be head-to-head with another disturbing truth, and that is the fact that we may not know as much about ourselves. So journaling over time can assist you in discovering deeper layers of personalities, values, and beliefs. If you register this as a nonsensical bluff, then think about social media. Algorithms over algorithms to very specifically pinpoint our interests, to make us all
stay in their platform for as long as possible.
Finally, the best thing about having a journal is that you are free to use it the way you want to. No one else is telling you how you should utilize it. Maybe instead of sentences and words to express your thoughts, you can use drawings, scribbles, and any other desired forms of expressions. It's versatility and privacy that makes journaling such a powerful tool to pull you forward in life. Moving to the last part then. The things most people are prone to developing since the brain is hardwired to receive pleasure. But the fulfilling of such hardwired nature within us all may have taken a drastic downfall. With content creators seeking attention, they resort to snappy and engaging short-form content that doesn't require much focus and is captivating to us. Our brains then fire dopamine, and we feel good during the first few minutes of engaging with short and snappy content. As we get used to this, day by day, our dopamine receptors get fried, because every time we go through an endless scrolling session, our dopamine baseline level increases, so more stimulation is needed to reach the same amount of satisfaction. Since preference for shorter-form content is built, there is a sort of subconscious mechanism that has been implanted such that the beginning needs to fully capture the viewer's attention, or else take the option of scrolling on to the next one, hence leading to such crappy attention spans within a vast number of people. Solutions? One is that you can experience real dopamine, such as working out, eating delicious and healthy foods, going for a walk in nature, socializing with friends, and anything else that does not associate with receptor-frying electronics. The second one, and more specifically for restoring attention spans, is to view longer-form content and ones that do not trigger dopamine stimulation. Instead, opt for raw and uncut, or barely edited videos to train yourself to watch till the end, despite going through boredom throughout watching the videos. Start with 1 minute, then a few minutes, then 10 minutes and above.